said was his mother has Alzheimer's disease. Do you know why she didn't show up to pick him up from school? She got lost on her way to meet him, lost on the same bus route she's taken for the last 10 years.
Arlene is a good mother. Look, taking her kid away from her right now is just the kind of traumatic event that's gonna make Arlene's condition worse. I know you're doing your job, but trust me. Go to their apartment and see what we've done to make sure that they're safe.
Okay. I need to review the living situation in any case. I don't know. Turn off stove. Lock doors and windows. Turn lights off. How is someone who needs to be reminded of these things going to be able to care for a child?
Arlene doesn't always need to be reminded this list is for an emergency.
And what are you going to do when there is an emergency, Miss Billings? What happens when you need to use this list, when you panic like yesterday and forget how to use the phone?
I know the things to do. My mom taught me to do all the things on that list, and I could do that by myself. I know when an emergency happens, and I know who to call. And I can take care of myself. And I can take care of my mom. I can.
They can take care of each other.
Believe me, Dr. Bianca Villa, I transfer infants into foster care every day of the week. I feel perfectly able to convey discharge instructions.
I just don't want to getting lost in the Medicaid shuffle over a county. They're going to go with dual NRTIs and skipping the protease inhibitors, and that's not going to bring your HIV RNA levels down.
I'm a social worker, Dr. Bianca Villa.
There's a list of 3 pediatric AIDS specialists who I think are capable of supervising her treatment.
I'll pass it along.
I want to go over the meds instructions one more time.
I'm sure it's all in the paperwork.
She's already on an HIV cocktail, Miss Keach. Someone slacks off and misses a dose of her antiretroviral, she's going to develop resistance. That happens. She's going to run out of treatment options faster than the Cookie Monster runs out of cookies.
Okay. One more time.
DDI every 12 hours on an empty stomach. Ritonavir every 12 hours with food. ZDV every 6 hours, 30 minutes before or 1 hour after a meal.
Look, I understand your concern.
Do you?
It's hard. And I wish I could deliver every baby to the Cleavers, but I can't.
She's not just your basic baby, Miss Keach.
None of them are. You need to say goodbye now.
Be strong for me, okay?
It's time. Dr. Stowe, with all due respect, you didn't actually promise them a child, did you?
Whatever it takes, Mrs. Keach. Really, I'll write a letter.
That's very nice, but...
No buts. I really want to make this happen for this couple.
Well, you can't. Couples with HIV are so far down the adoption list in terms of priority, they might as well not even be on it.
You know what? There are plenty of HIV-positive people leading relatively normal lives.
Of course there are. But if and when this man progresses to full-blown AIDS, it's going to put unbelievable pressure on his wife, on both of them, economically and emotionally. I mean, they're barely holding their head above poverty line as it is.
They want a baby more than anything else in life. Okay, what am I supposed to tell these people?
Tell them no. This man has a terminal disease. It's going to be very difficult, if not impossible, for him to adopt. And frankly, Dr. Stowe, I'm not so sure that's wrong.
What's wrong with some bureaucrat who doesn't even know this couple deciding whether or not they'd make good parents? You know, there are factions out there that think gay couples wouldn't make good parents. Single people.
Well, thankfully, Pennsylvania's a little bit more progressive than that. Gay couples and single people both have the opportunity to adopt.
Oh, I see. So Ricky would have a better chance at adopting if Tucker were already dead? Is that it?
The principal must have been wrong. Vanessa doesn't cut classes.
Is that right, Vanessa?
Well, usually.
Vanessa?
Where did you and Sean go yesterday?
Who's Sean?
A classmate of your daughter's. He was murdered last night.
Murdered? What's this got to do with Vanessa?
Mrs. Carey, if you could just...
Just nothing. I have a right to know what's going on.
Then why don't you let us find out, okay? Vanessa?
We cut class. Sean and May. We were going to see a movie.
Then what happened?
We got to Broadway. Sean met up with a couple of friends from his old school. Felix and Damien. I don't like them. They do all kinds of stuff.
You knew them, too?
What kind of stuff do they do, Vanessa?
I don't know. They talk about stealing.
He went with them?